100 days ago, we told the internet that we're going to start an eco-village.
We had no money, we were in debt, and we had no idea how we were going to do it. But here we are, we're sitting in Grootley Logger, Tennessee on 580 acres, and we're under contract to buy this place on December 8th. So it's actually happening.
Instagram's completely blown up. We did not expect this at all. We started this on Ali the Monk channel, and we didn't expect it for people to really blow up this much. But now we have what? How many million views?
Over 10 million.
Over 10 million views, 130,000 followers, and over 5,000 people that are interested in coming and helping out and contributing to this project. So it's been quite a wild ride, a lot of different properties that we've had to look through and do so much searching, a lot of stressful days and nights, but we're finally at a location. We think that this is going to be our final destination to really set up here and get people involved and really get this eco-village going and get this community going, and hopefully you can get involved also.
Yeah, so it's really exciting stuff. When we started this channel, it was just like on a whim almost, actually. We were experimenting with different ways to make content and kind of get people involved in what we were doing. And, we were working on building this village, this eco-village farm idea, and buying some land. And it was still like very early stages. We were like still searching for properties. We didn't really have any money, but I just actually saw some like videos of like some people building stuff in real estate on Instagram, and that was blowing up. Chittarajan, yeah, shout out to my boy. And that was blowing up, and I was like, oh, I could do that about the eco village, that'd be pretty easy. And it was like really simple content. So I just went outside the temple one day and made a couple videos, and then
Me and my boys are either about to change the world or become homeless. We're monks living in the hood who just decided to risk everything on building America's first spiritual eco-village.
the third one kind of got some traction, and then from there, we just, like he said, we've seen a lot of love and support from people saying that this is something they've dreamed of their whole life, and they're very inspired to see us doing it, and it's inspiring them in their own journeys, and they want to come be part of it as well. So overall, yeah, very exciting, inspiring times. Also, like he's saying, very stressful. A lot of work and a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes.
Sometimes we just didn't know how we were ever going to find the right property.
We looked through so many properties. We were under contract with one place in Hampton, Georgia.
It was only 70 acres.
70 acres.
Basically in the middle of the city.
Yeah, and it was looking pretty good, but then we ran into some issues when we found out about zoning laws and how you can't just go set up and start an intentional community there.
Yeah, we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into.
To go through so many different rezoning processes, and then there's a chance that they'll just completely reject you even after a year of waiting. So we decided that wasn't worth the risk, and we continued on this.
Another thing was also that we saw the response on Instagram.
Yeah, that's true.
We were scared to go so far. That's one thing. We're like 3.5 hours, 3 hours outside of Atlanta, and
here, yeah.
Oh my God! Even today we drove here all the way, and it's like a felt like a day trip. And we're like, well, if we go outside of the city so far, who's gonna come out there?
Mm-hmm.
But because of the Instagram and the following and the messages we're getting hundreds of messages. We just couldn't keep up with it. People are ready to come through, and we're like, well, 70 acres isn't gonna cut it.
Yeah.
We can't really do anything on 70 acres at all. And so that took another part of us getting outside of that. We realized, well, 70 acres literally is just not going to do. You can, and you're in the city, you can only put like a few houses down.
Yeah.
And so that was a big part of that. Instagram played a big role in that.
Yeah, and so that place was, like you said, 70 acres. It was 1.9 million, and it was, then we found this place, 580 acres. As you can see, extremely scenic and beautiful. And it's 2.5 million. So it's a little bit more, but not so significantly more that's crazy. But you get almost 10 times the amount of land. What is that, like 8 times the amount of land, 9 times?
And a view better than the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah. We had this guy looking at the septic, inspecting that, and he just said this is the most beautiful place he's ever seen. Just some random guy that has nothing to do with, our project, completely unbiased opinion. And so yeah, the camera can't actually capture how beautiful it is, but when you come here,
put some B-roll over it.
Yeah. So anyways, we are kind of, like I said, 100 days into this project, into, telling you guys about this. And we wanted to sit down, go a little bit more in depth, talk about some of the things that we're working on, because we've been up to this point only making just Instagram reels, which, you can't tell so much about the project in the minute-long video.
Yeah.
You can't pack so much information in. So we want to give some more in-depth knowledge. People are asking so many questions. And so we've written down a lot of the commonly asked questions, and we're just going to go through those and answer to the best of our abilities. A lot of it's still a work in progress. We're still figuring things out. So we don't have all the answers to how exactly everything is going to work here, down to the T. But we do have a very strong idea of it.
Well, just a few points is also that not everyone's going to be happy with how we do things. We have principles that we follow, and we have a tradition that we follow. And so, and we're very strict in one sense with those principles because we see that it keeps that purity, because it's built on the platform of God consciousness, specifically Krishna consciousness. It's a tradition that comes 5,000-year-old tradition, more than that actually. But it has deep roots in proper human behavior, proper values that is rooted in God consciousness. So it is the system, what's in Sanskrit called the devas, a system of the devas, of godly people. So the principles that we hold allow our eco-village to maintain its purity. But not everyone's going to be happy with that, because people have their own ideas of how things should be and how they like it. And that's okay, but we are going to do we are going to build this place a certain way. And as far as we would like to accommodate everybody, but I know that that's not possible also. So we get some criticism sometimes online and Instagram, just like, we're not perfect. So sometimes we have a plastic container or something, and it's like, oh, I'm never going to come to this project because you've got a plastic jug. It's like, well, the world isn't perfect. If you're looking for a perfect situation, this is not it. We're very straightforward people. We follow very basic principles of life of the Vedic culture. We want to live a godly life, and those who are ready to live that sort of godly life, we welcome them with both arms. We welcome that this is a place for you to come and really get into what real life is about, what life is actually about, discovering our relationship with God, working with nature, coming back into simple living, higher thinking. So I know people are going to have so much to say about how we answer these questions and this and that. If you don't like it, you don't have to be a part of it. It's okay. This is a very hard thing to do, and we really want to help as many people as we can. But some people are just ungrateful, or they don't recognize the difficulties that are there with it. So that's just an upfront point. I thought that was important.
Yeah.
So
That's a really good point. Yeah. So getting into some of the questions we have here, very frequently asked one: how are we paying for it? $2.5 million property, like I mentioned.
it's a lot of money.
And I've said in some of the videos that we're broke. We don't have any money. We're monks. We literally have no bank accounts, no personal possessions, nothing like that.
$0.
And yeah, in some of the videos I've also mentioned that we're selling our temple in order to help pay for this, but
We haven't sold it yet.
we haven't sold it.
Yeah.
So how are we paying for it? Do you want to explain some of that?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like we said, when we started this, we didn't have the money, and we didn't know how we were going to get the money. And so we just kind of, and we're also in debt with the building that we have. But we see that people are very encouraging in this field. Our own teacher, Srila Prabhupada, he really wanted us to establish this. So we have strong faith in that. And that faith gives us great determination to carry this order out, to really build this eco-village. So we see that we didn't know how we were going to do it, but we started it anyways. And there's been really amazing people, Vishal,
Shout out
that have
Vishal.
really given a lot of donations to this project immediately, just hearing about it and seeing that we have the vision and we want to change the future of people and the future of the society. So we depend on God, we depend on Krishna. And we see that Krishna is really coming through with what we're doing, and we're getting some donations. And as we move closer to getting this place and showing people what we're doing, we're seeing more and more support, just like we have our members club and there's so many people supporting in that. So funding means for us that we're really dependent on others to really see the vision and trust us with that vision. And we're seeing that come through because we're very transparent with everything that we do. Everything is online. And you want anything, you have any questions, we're ready to give it to you. You want to come and see what we're doing to make sure that we're not just wasting the money, we'll show it to you, we'll give it to you, whatever you want. So we're here to really help the lives of others, and we're seeing that because of our dedicated service to Krishna, to God, God is providing everything. Krishna is giving everything to us. So I know it sounds like a little bit of hodgepodge, like, so you guys are building a $2.5 million project without any money and depending that Krishna will just come through.
That's just for the land. It's going to be another
Yes.
2 to 4 to maybe 6 million just to build out everything we want to have. We want to have a big commercial kitchen, a nice temple, guest housing for, dorms for volunteers, a bunch of houses for families. We want to have, there's so many things. There's 2 houses already on the property here, which is nice, but it's not enough for us to really do what we want. So
Just the important point is that we had to do a what is that called? The
get a
lender.
mortgage.
No.
Owner financing?
Or yeah, lender financing. So we did the lender.
Owner financing.
Owner financing.
So when we, tried to get into contract, we put an offer into this property. We requested owner financing, and the person who owns this property currently agreed to it. So
That's how we're getting it. Although
Yeah,
we don't have $2.5 million.
yeah, we could have gone through like a traditional lender, like a bank or something like that, but we just wanted to get in and get this place, and we're gonna kind of refinance later into like a more traditional bank loan to get a little bit better terms. But so we're getting in with a loan, paying a monthly mortgage, that kind of thing, and we raise donations. That's our, some of our guys travel around. They distribute books. They sell books. We have very amazing transcendental literatures, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and other books that were translated from Sanskrit into English by Srila Prabhupada, who we mentioned before. And so we really, love, and this gives a lot of pleasure to, our guru and to Krishna himself to give these books to people and to travel around and spread this knowledge, because this is the key to living a happy life, to actually transcending, the miseries of this world, is to understand transcendental knowledge and apply it in your life. So, this is our main kind of missionary activity, you could say. Our main activity as monks is to go and spread this knowledge. It's our duty, actually. So by doing that, it's actually very ingenious, because we're giving these books to people, they're giving a donation, they're buying the books, and through that we're able to sustain and support ourselves, and also, help make other people happy, give them this transcendental knowledge as well. So that's how we kind of pay for a lot of the day-to-day things. And then, of course, some donors come in and give more money to help us out. So
And even just getting on here, our phase 0 of just getting housing set up for basic needs for the women monks and for one householder, for one married couple, is going to cost, and the temple,
kitchen, you said?
kitchen,
Yeah.
all of these things, it's going to cost us almost $1 million, or
Or maybe more, yeah.
maybe more. So it's the project is still in kind of early days, so we don't exactly know where everything will kind of come in. It's going to be in stages, so definitely requires a lot of patience. And so that's kind of where finances are at.
Yeah. Okay, so
What is this next?
next question.
Can I buy a house?
Can I buy a house? People ask.
We don't have any more. we don't have any other houses, but basically, I guess we get a lot.
Can I buy land and
Can I
build
buy
a house?
land and
on your
build a
property?
house and do all of these things?
Yeah.
Short answer, not really, no.
No.
Long answer, well, it's a community. The ownership is by the nonprofit, so that it stays a place where people are not having their own ideas and influences upon the property. So for example, if somebody just decides to buy a house there and they just live there, and then all of a sudden they just start getting all the modern amenities, using like the latest technology and everything they do, it kind of defeats the
Blasting
purpose.
loud music.
Blasting loud
doing
music,
drugs.
doing crazy
knows?
stuff. So we have principles, and this whole 580 acres will remain under those principles. So it will not go under ownership of even smaller plots of land or subdivided or in any way.
Not owned by anybody. It's owned by the community itself.
Yeah.
And the ability to come live here isn't based on your financial means.
Mhm.
It's not that, I have $1 million, therefore I can come buy a spot here. It's not like that. It's actually based on your merit, your ability to come plug in and become a part of the community and mesh with the members of the community
Practice
and
Krishna
practice
consciousness.
Krishna consciousness, follow the principles, have an eagerness to advance in spiritual life and become a saintly person, and yeah, in that way, kind of get along with the community, contribute some of your skills. So we talk about dovetailing. So whatever skills you may have, you may be a great builder or a great farmer or an architect or a teacher or something like that. You can come bring your skills here and apply them in the community and help out others and serve Krishna, serve the devotees in that way, and it'll be appreciated, and you'll find a place here.
You find what you're looking for.
Yeah,
The higher lifestyle, nicer people. I mean, really nice people.
yeah.
Just everything you're looking for.
And your needs will be provided for.
The needs will be
ultimately.
provided
Like,
for.
you might not get to build your mansion that you want to build, but that's not what this place is for. If
Right.
you want to build a nice mansion, there's so much land out there. You have your money, go build your mansion. But this is not for that. It's not for increasing your enjoyment of the
Right.
material world. It's for being a little selfless and plugging into the community, because in order to be part of the community, there's some selflessness needed
Mhm.
in that way, that you have to give up some of your immediate desires and needs, and no, I want it to be exactly like this, and kind of plug into the community and accommodate and go along with others and such like that. Sacrifice.
People just want everything instantaneously.
Yeah.
And so people want to bring that into this kind of environment where we're living a selfless life. Like he's saying that, I've been doing this for 7 years. He's been doing it for 3-4 years now.
Yeah.
And we're happy just by the service, just performing the service. We have skills. He's very good at video. I have my services that I do.
He's good at everything, actually.
Not everything. I'm really bad at some things, basic things also.
No.
But the point is that we utilize our skills in Krishna's service. And as a part of that, we don't expect any material thing back, like money or whatever else you may be looking for in this world, worldly desires. So that gives real satisfaction. And that's what those who are looking for that self-satisfaction, means satisfaction on the platform of the soul in relationship with God.
Yeah.
Those are the people that will be able to actually stay here. And guess what? Because God is a provider of everything, the community, for those who are really dedicated to the mission and to really living and showing this lifestyle, will build the house for those people who are really dedicated. It won't belong to you. If that's what you're looking for, it's not going to happen. But it will be a place in which you're able to stay, live, eat, sleep, and work for God. And yeah, your family will live in there, and it's not that you're going to be asked to move next week or something, or every other week. It will be yours in the sense that you're living there, but you won't own it per se. And that's the best way to live. That's the best way to live, is a detached, happy, simple life. And so, yeah, this property is not for sale, or a piece of it or a piece of that. We're looking for, not for money, but we're looking for people that are really looking
Dedication.
dedication, higher sense
Sincerity.
of life, sincerity,
Character, these kinds of things.
So yeah, you can't buy a house, but you can come and dedicate
You can earn a house.
yourself and earn a house.
Kind of.
So yeah,
Be part of the community and you'll be provided for. It's pretty simple.
You'll be happy.
Yeah. I've been here for 3 years, and you might think, oh, I live in squalor, I have no money, no bank account. Actually, materially, I'm probably more comfortable than I've ever. I mean,
Yeah.
everything is provided for. So, like, if
Yeah.
you come see us, we have, all the vehicles are new, because we drive a lot. The monks drive around the country, so we need like newer vehicles that are like a little higher quality to be able to travel thousands of miles. So we have, we use all this equipment to make videos and stuff. It's all provided for by the temple, by Krishna ultimately, and we have no need. We have no want of, oh man, everyone has such nicer things than me. It's not like that at all. And the way we eat is always like
Oh, yeah.
opulent,
Maybe we'll put some photos of the
Yeah,
pictures of the
prasadam.
prasadam,
Yeah,
the
what we
food.
eat, yeah.
But yeah,
Our feasts.
it's a happy life.
Yeah.
It requires some level of goodness.
So next question Do you have to be a monk?
No,
No.
we would like
You
you
don't
to
have to be a
be,
monk.
but
You don't have to wear orange robes and.
that's why we did this, because we were, if you look through this YouTube channel, we began this whole thing, like our media journey on YouTube, more or less,
not Instagram.
not Instagram. And if you look at our videos, some of the stuff we've done is pretty crazy, high cinematic. And we learned a lot in a short amount of time and really plugged in and figured the YouTube space out. And we try to make we try to see if people wanted to become monks and live like this. And turns out nobody's just looking to be like a celibate monk who doesn't own anything and lives a little bit more recluse sort of life.
It's funny because we came to this lifestyle and it's so amazing. It's like a super blissful lifestyle. It's very intense. We wake up at 4 a.m. every day and we're just very busy throughout the day doing services and all kinds of stuff. But it's the most exciting lifestyle. So we become like excited, like we should share this, other people should do this, this is so awesome. But then it's really,
people are
not
scared.
the most appealing. People are scared.
It's understandable. So you gotta like
It's
I
strange.
or all of us that are at the monastery, a lot of us finished school and decided just to join the monastery. Not because we couldn't get jobs or whatever. We could have gone and got jobs, but we decided that this was so much of a higher lifestyle. But it seems that people struggle to see that.
Yeah, and it's just not appealing to people these days.
Yeah.
But this idea of living off the land, living simply, growing your own food, going back to back to basics, escaping the city, these kinds of things are like really resonating with people.
Mm.
And that's an important aspect of our tradition actually, is we're not meant to, like, we're only living in the city in order to go be able to talk to people and give them this knowledge. It's not that we're like city dwelling, like, as a culture. It's not meant to be actually where we are. Again, Srila Prabhupada, he wanted devotees to go live on the land and protect cows, grow their own food, be self-sufficient. And this was like way before that whole movement was even really around in the West.
Yeah.
This was back in the 60s and all that, and he was preaching, do this, go live on the land. And it didn't get taken up so much necessarily in our movement, but
I think people really realized it during COVID,
yeah,
because COVID kind of showed us how society can fall apart so quickly. And that was also a wake-up call for us, because we were in New York and it's shut down. It was just like a zombie land. And we moved from New York to North Carolina to Atlanta. And I think a lot of people, we were at a homesteading conference, and that was the point being made that it's come on the rise, this homesteading and living off the land, because the society is actually, you can't depend on it. It's a society that's completely just artificial. Food, where does food come from? Walmart. Where does fruit grow? Walmart. You can't pick the fruit off the tree. You don't know how to grow your own food. You can have money in your pocket, but there's no food at Walmart. You can't eat. What's the use of your money? So the need for this is really great, and people are seeing that. And by showing people how this is possible, how it's possible to live in community, live happily, people will be able to take up this sort of higher lifestyle. And you don't have to be a monk. In our tradition also, being a monk isn't the all in all, actually. And so
rare, actually.
it's pretty rare, to stay a monk for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So there's those who are married, also, and so you don't have to be a monk to join this thing or to come here. You just be a normal person that wants to live a higher lifestyle. That's it. You don't have to be a monk.
And we're literally creating like housing, like we're creating volunteer housing specifically for people that, if you've ever heard of WWOOFing, you can look it up if you don't know it, Worldwide Organization of Organic Farms. Mm-hmm. So this is an organization where people register their farms, and then volunteers go travel from farm to farm, and they just live on the farm. They have a place to stay and food on their plate, and they just work on the farm. So it's the same kind of model as that. We're going to try to have nice accommodation for people that's like, comfortable for people, and makes them feel, at ease here and like happy here. So we're going to have that specifically. I mean, we have our house as the monks, the ashram, and then women monks have their own house as well. And then, like we said, families will have their own houses. And then there'll be the volunteer housing as well. for specifically just for people like that they don't necessarily want to come shave their head and put on robes, but they just want to come be part of the project. And that's what this is for. It's not for making people into monks. It's for engaging people and letting them come back to the land and engage in this project and help build it. And again, practice spiritual life. That's what it's all ultimately for, is the practicing spiritual life and understanding the higher principles of life, getting a higher taste for Krishna consciousness and abandoning our lower taste for material enjoyment and all this material, nonsense that we get into, intoxication and sex and all these kinds of things. So yeah, there will be specific facilities for people that are not monks and don't want to be monks, but they just want to come plug in and be part of the project. So
Just
it'll
want to
be there.
volunteer, yeah.
Yeah. So we're literally building this for those kind of people.
And women join.
Can women join?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody's welcome to come and volunteer, and help. Like he just said, that we'll have the volunteering housing for the women, and there'll be volunteering housing for the men also. And then for those who want to get more involved in the project, there will be a program in which you can take your steps up to see if you want to live here and you actually want to be permanently staying in a project and be around this community. Then that will be the next couple of steps that will be kind of you'll be taken through by those who are gonna guide you. There'll be other people who are a little bit more senior in spiritual practice that will teach you all of this. It'll be a very step-to-step guide. Those who do want to join and remain permanent here. So yeah, women can join also.
We have women monks.
We have
as
women
part of the
monks.
Project.
Yeah.
We have married couples as part of the project. You don't see them in the Instagram videos.
Yeah.
They are there.
They're in India right now.
Yeah, they're in India. But yeah, I mean, we're making the Instagram video so it looks like it's just men, but it's not. So don't worry about that.
You can come. I think more women are coming than the men. So
Yeah.
men, you guys gotta pull up.
Stepping
Come on.
up. What kind of housing will there be?
Oh, we're still trying to figure that out a little bit. I think a lot of it is going to be, we're trying to look at prefab homes. For the woofing, for the volunteers, it will be dorm styles. And then obviously the rest of it is kind of, we're figuring it out. Families will have standard houses. So but I'm guessing this kind of mostly is being asked of the volunteers. I think that would mostly be just dorm style.
Yeah.
It'll be comfortable. It'll be nice, livable.
We're looking to do like a kind of phase 1 where we just get something up and running so that people can come because they're so eager. And then, of course, in the long term, we want to actually build out, instead of like prefab homes, we want to have like actually nice permanent structures, build them with the volunteers. People have
Mud houses.
experience. Mud houses will be there.
People are not going to be happy if we don't mention the mud houses. Yeah,
Of course.
We're going to be doing that.
That's
clay.
like the long-term vision.
Yeah, clay is going to be coming in. We might even start building them pretty soon. So
we're doing like a trial run. That's on the books, to do a trial run next spring, summer, of building like a mud house. And then ideally it would be amazing if we could have all of our structures. I was talking to Vishnu, our temple president, about that. He's on board that it'd be amazing if we have all of our structures built out of these natural materials, earth materials and stuff like that, and not be using, kind of the traditional or the contemporary, I guess it's not traditional, contemporary construction materials and techniques and stuff.
Yeah, so please, you gotta be patient. If we don't build the mud houses straight away,
yeah, we just want to get
people
something
are like,
coming.
yeah, see, just another modern thing they just did to make money. No, give us some time. People don't understand how difficult these things are.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. What about families?
Can they come?
Can families come visit?
We have to be able to guest housing. Because obviously families is kind of a struggle. We can't put them in the volunteering housing. We can't put them in the, monks' houses or the women monks' places. So we're going to be building guest houses.
Yeah.
And that was specific for families. Now, long-term families, that's something still we're working on, how to see how families want to come and they want to stay permanently and be a part of the Krishna conscious society. That we're still working on. But with all kind of families, it will be initially always be visits, like weekends. You can come and spend a weekend here in our guest housing, probably for a small cost or something, to just give as a donation to help maintain that place. So yeah, we're still working on that. It's definitely a harder one, and people are asking like that. Can I bring my family? Can I come with? Yeah, you can. It's just gonna take us a little time to get a system proper so that people don't feel like they're being misled into something, or they're being given the improper housing or such and such. So it becomes a little more complicated when
Yeah,
you start to work with families that are not within the uh, community, Krishna conscious community. So we're still dealing with that.
yeah. Okay, what's next?
Can I bring my pet?
Can I bring my pet? Mm,
Right now, still one of those things
Again,
that
same
yeah.
kind of thing.
We'll have to see. I mean, obviously we're gonna have a lot of animals here, so
Yeah.
that will be there. We'll have cows, probably have dogs running around here and there.
Cats,
Cats, hopefully
goats.
horses,
goats, horses,
bulls,
sheep,
sheep, pigs,
baby pigs.
compost.
Yeah.
So
But the thing is, if everyone brings their cats and their dogs, and we have a whole
yeah,
hundreds of cats and dogs, it's not
gonna work
possible,
out.
unfortunately. So it's just not something we can do.
can I bring my kids? Again, it kind
Same
of
thing.
falls under the family thing.
Eventually, not immediately, but
Yeah.
eventually.
So do I have to shave my head? No.
No.
No. Nobody asked you to do that, and we don't ask anyone to do that. People, even in the monastery, when people come in to join, they do it voluntarily.
Yeah, some people stay as monks for like months.
Yeah, without shaving their heads. So this is all a self-inspired process. Nobody's pushing you and forcing you to do anything. So yeah.
Maybe skipped one.
Which one?
Can I grow weed?
Oh,
No.
no, we don't
not
do.
grow weed here.
We do not do drugs. That's not allowed here at all.
A lot of people have asked that.
The,
A lot of people
I'm sure, because
I get it.
it seems like a perfect location, right? Nobody's gonna
Now,
find
10
it.
years ago, if I found this project, I would ask the same question. Just kidding.
Can I sell weed? No.
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 What's
Can
wrong
I
with
smoke
your-
weed? No. None of that. So
What's next?
here, how long can volunteers stay? You want to answer that one?
So again, this is something we're still figuring out all the details and everything like that. But ultimately, the point of coming here, again, like I said, isn't to just grow food and have some animals and be on the land, but it's actually to advance in our spiritual life, advance in Krishna consciousness. And that's why we're here personally. This is why we're doing this, is so that we can practice Krishna consciousness. And so we want other people, like I said, like we said earlier in the talk, people to come in and develop saintly qualities, become saintly people, and plug into the community and become an actual, member of, our crew and our community. And to do that, it does require that they begin following certain principles. Like, for example, coming in, immediately, there's certain rules we have to follow. There can be no sex, no intoxication, like we just said, no weed, no alcohol, nothing like that. No meat eating, no fish, eggs, none of that, and no gambling.
It's like, wow, you just ruined the whole vibe, Right now it would have been pretty good if we could smoke a little weed and watch the sunset, but can't be doing that.
Yeah. So there's certain rules, and the volunteer program is ultimately meant to be kind of a trial period for you and for us to see, does this person fit in with our community? Do they want to be here long term? Are they just wanting to stop in and do a little project and dip out? That's cool. Like, that's totally encouraged, actually. Just plug in as much as you can. But ultimately, it's not that you can just come and just stay and be a volunteer for years and years and years and never come to a higher standard of living. You know what I mean?
We're trying to help people realize a much higher aspect of life than just growing some food. That's naturally there. It's not rocket science, actually. What we're doing seems like amazing and wow, it is in one sense, but we're just going back to the basics.
Yeah.
This is literally what your grandparents and your great grandparents did day in, day out, and my grandparents and his grandparents, and this is how human civilization is meant to live off the land. So this is just a basic thing, but the real thing here is of actually recognizing who we are beyond this body, who we are as a soul, who is God, what is that relationship. So the volunteers, again, they're not forced to come to the platform of that or Krishna consciousness or become God conscious. We don't expect that from them. But if they see our practice and they see our lifestyle and they see that something is real here and they're attracted and they want to go towards that more, there will be guidance. And one just main thing I wanted to say was that the reason we don't allow these 4 things is that it kills the purity of the place. We are a monk-based community. You can say in one sense that it is. We very much hold up these principles, and the only reason we're able to stay together and have really loving relationships and actually work together and do all these because we avoid these 4 things. If you look in modern society, I mean any society or materialistic society, these 4 things are the things that create disharmony amongst each other, that creates separation, that creates enmity, envy, greed, lust. Modern society is fueled by those things. I mean, just materialistic society. So we want to keep those things out as far as possible. We're not going to judge you if you do those things outside of this property. You are who you are, and we see people as spirit souls, and everybody is in a different place. Not everybody is equal in the sense that materially, so everybody is at their own level. But if people are demanding that they can come and try to do all of these things, it just won't work out, and we will ask those people who break those principles to leave, because our main thing is that we want to keep this place pure, keep the energy, the atmosphere conducive for spiritual life. And so these are the reasons. We're not just doing it because it's a religion, but because they do have they're pillars of spiritual life, they're pillars of purity. So we really request and humbly request people to follow those principles when they come in, and they'll see a great difference in their life. You'll see a great difference. You'll feel happier. You'll see your consciousness clearing up. And people say, oh, you're brainwashing people. Brainwash? Your whole society is brainwashing. Why do you have to do all these things? You can be happy without them. So we want to show people what natural life is, and that's natural. Not to just have sex left, right, and center, and get high all the time, gamble, and eat abominable things by killing animals. So yeah, that is the reasons we have these principles for. So
like we were saying too, this is a Krishna conscious community.
Mhm.
It's meant for practicing Krishna consciousness. So we're hoping that people come in and they want to also practice that.
yeah,
If you come here and you don't want to practice Krishna consciousness, then it's probably not the place for you to be long term. Like
Yeah.
you can come and of
No,
course
but
you're welcome.
you come, and if you have
Here,
special
stay here,
skills and you want to serve,
do what you want.
we would love that. We
Yeah.
would be very, very grateful.
We're not
Yeah, we
asking you to change your religion and become a religious person.
yeah.
But long term, again, if you want to live here and like actually be a part of our community, it is that
Yeah.
it just won't make sense if you're not wanting to be God conscious, wanting to be Krishna conscious. Like
And-
that's what we're doing here.
And I hope people can understand that.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
Like I was saying, modern society, people just don't understand that. It's like, hey, some people work really hard to get a place. They have rules and regulations they set, and people who want to come to that place, just like I want to come into my house, somebody comes into my house, I expect them to respect those rules, and any decent human being also follows those rules. So it's like that. Some people think that we set this up for free. We didn't work for it. We just got handed to us, and they can come and just do whatever they like.
They can just come take some land, build their house,
Yeah.
and smoke some weed.
Or they think
Whatever
that
you wanna do.
it's like, why can't I do what I want? Well, you can do what you want in your own, in your own place. But
Yeah.
this is a place for people to come and have a pure atmosphere, not for you to come and ruin it. So that was another point here with Clayton, that Clayton was a person who was
Yeah.
like a very good example of that.
Builds with clay.
He builds with clay.
Mud houses. His
Awesome,
at
dude.
Builds with clay on Instagram and TikTok and all that.
Such a nice guy.
Amazing person. Yeah.
So he came with the
He flew into Atlanta, came and stayed at the ashram for like 3 days, 4 days. Just hung out with us and gave some really nice talks about what he does. Showed us some like pictures and videos of what he does, and all of the monks were like super into it. We were all like fascinated, like we were all like really excited to come like learn, or for him to come here and teach us this and build mud houses, and all the everyone else is really into it. Every video we make about mud houses blows up. Like it's a really popular topic. So
he came with a very humble attitude,
yeah,
very loving mood. He fit right into the community. Everybody liked him. He was open to practice Krishna consciousness, again, it's not that he accepted everything, took everything up, and we don't expect that. But he was open to the community, and he was loving, and he came with the attitude of service, not attitude of like, all right, I came here as the great Messiah now, you know, let me show what I'm really made of. You know, he came with the attitude, what can I do to assist this project in the way these guys want to take it?
Mm.
So people should come in with that mood and attitude, not that I'm gonna direct the project how I want it and how I think is the best, but how can I support and help those who are leading this project and those who are really having the vision, have created this so that they're qualified to do this. So that's the kind of the people we're seeing that will be able to be here long term and be able to really assist the project.
Yeah. So, how can I help? People ask that a lot.
Oh yeah,
How can I be part of it? How can I contribute?
we need a lot of money in it. So
We've
yeah.
had, like we said before, we've had actually almost 6,000 people have uh, filled in their info on our website, and so in that there's a quiz, or like not a quiz, a survey, I guess you could say, questions like, what do you want to contribute? Tell us about yourself, that kind of thing. And the variety of skill sets that people have said that they have is really amazing. I mean, we have architects, builders, people that are expert in all kinds of like permaculture, agroforestry.
Bulls.
I just spoke to someone that, yeah, he drives oxen and they till the land, which is something we want to do here. Just every skill you can imagine. And then
There's
like
one girl,
marketing and
she
social
knows how to
media.
drive, tile,
Drive trucks, like
like an
semi-trucks,
like an 18-wheeler, and she can
build houses.
apparently back it up. I'm like, oh my god, I can't even imagine.
Some amazing people. And we've spoken to so many amazing people. And a lot of people that are also trying to escape this like rat race, escape like modern life, and you know, go back to the basics like we're trying to do here. So they're very inspired by what we're doing. And so how you can help is to come to us and say, hey, I have this skill. And if it's a skill that's, you know, something that we need in the project, which we need a lot of different things, and you just show some initiative and just start doing that thing to whatever capacity you can. Like, for example, I'm talking to this one boy.
The Chattanooga boy.
No, well, that's another guy, but there's some other guy that he's expert in agroforestry.
Oh yeah,
His name is
topography
Caden.
guy.
Caden, and he's immediately like, all right, I'm gonna look up all the topography maps, and I'm gonna start planning out your whole like permaculture system and how the water irrigation is gonna work, and like when the rain falls, where we're gonna catch it. He's working on all that just without even, you know, we just had one phone call, and he's immediately started doing that. So this is the kind of thing that I mean, I'm like that myself. Like you're like that. Like we just like get some ideas to work on something. We just like go for it. Like don't just like, oh, like I want to come be part of it. Like okay, like start doing something. You know, like you can help us. You know,
You can help.
we need people that do, you know, that want to do some like UGC content. Like they want to just make. If you can look up what that is, if you don't know what that is, user generated content, and they can, you know, make shorts and say, hey, you know, this eco village is really awesome what they're doing, and they can kind of help us market and get more people interested, because we want more and more people to hear about this and be able to come visit and experience it. And so there's a plethora, a variety, almost infinite different services and things you can do to help us out. So just, you know, reach out.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you. Just plug in, and we have this
Join the
Discord.
members club.
Yeah, we have a membership club. So it is paid $51 a month, and that is because we want to build this guest housing, this volunteer housing that you can come and actually be on the farm and, you know, start building this project with us because of the interest is so high. So we want to provide that, and so like we spoke before, it's very expensive to do such things, and so we need all the help we can get. And the other point of that is actually that by contributing something financially, you're putting some skin in the game. You're putting a little bit, okay, it's not just, I want to be part of this project. Anybody can say that, but what can you actually do to like actually make this happen? And $51 a month is like very affordable.
Yeah. It's
like
like $1.50 a day.
Yeah, it's $1.50 a day. You know, you spend that on one dinner, $51. You go out to dinner with your
Who
girlfriend.
feeds you too? Who feeds you?
Yeah.
Who feeds you your whole lifetime?
You'll get so much more than that back when you come here and visit.
You'll
And
miss
even
the
before
sunset.
that. So you know, do that. Hop in the Discord. So it's, what is it? VedicEcoVillage.org/membership. You can sign up for the membership, and then jump into the Discord, and in there is where we're going to have our collaborative space where people are coming in and bringing their ideas and being able to, contribute their unique skills. And okay, if it's really such a stretch for you, $51, you cannot possibly do it. I don't know, you're like completely broke. It's really hard for you, but you have some skill and you really want to contribute, reach out. We can still talk to you.
Yeah.
We're trying to offer some like scholarships for this, limited amount of like scholarship spots that for people that are really sincere and putting in some effort and showing some initiative.
You can come we'll Clay give a talk. We're trying to line up people to give
Guest
talks.
talks. So you
so-
can come, and we're gonna have every 2 weeks we'll have a meeting in the Discord where we do Q&A, live Q&As, updates on the project, where we're at, and have guest talks from different experts and things like that. So a lot of different perks to that. But
Yeah.
that's the plug for that thing.
Okay. I think
That's about
That's
it,
it.
I think.
I wanna go fly this drone around and see the sunset.
Okay.
All right, Hare
All right,
Krishna.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna, everyone. Thank you guys. See you next time.